we are waiting for Paramount. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Why am I not live? Why am I not live? There I am. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh my gosh. We're live. Holy moly. I never know when I'm watching this and I'm hitting the live button and I'm trying to follow the chat here. I got to see who's all here tonight. We got, let's see. Oh my goodness, everybody's in here. We got Kim in the house tonight, my sister-in-law. We've got my sis is Judy's in the house. We've got Mr. Bill, Scooby-Doo Munchkin, Cowboy. Welcome. Did I see Will Fly in the chat? I am Paramount USA, and you are at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm all over the place tonight. Lacey Scuba says, poor James Sutherland on a trike, and Ripper said, boring. Oh, no, I watched that today. Yeah, at Moonshiners, yes. I watched that video today. So cool. Scuba says, I can't hear, so doing sign language. Will Fly, hey, welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, it's Thursday. Here we are, all together again. It's Friday Eve, right? Yes. So everybody, welcome, and make sure you put in the chat tonight, I appreciate you, okay? So every Thursday is I appreciate you night, right? I'm just like so happy to be here. It's like live streams always changing stuff, and it seems like it was so delayed when I hit to go live, right? I waited for a couple minutes for everything to come through. So I never know from one week to the next, right? We just don't know. But welcome. Come on in. Sit down. Who got the lazy boy then? Who was the first one in the chat? Will or Mr. Bill? Because I thought Mr. Bill was the first one in the chat. Right, Bill? Were you the first one in the chat to get the lazy boy? I got to make sure I'm getting everybody situated the correct way, right? You know how Thursdays are here in Lindy's Treehouse. I run a tight ship. So I want to make sure everybody's comfortable, settled in the treehouse. Grab your drinks and your snacks. I've got the fridge all filled up and everything, and yeah, just sit down and enjoy the evening. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I've been making notes all day, and man, Flyer Bill says his name should be Charlie, not James. I know, right? Oh, you get the naughty chair? Okay, all right. So Will Fly got the lazy boy. Yes, Will Fly got the lazy boy, not Mr. Bill. So I'm changing in my notes in my book here tonight. I am so excited. You know me on Thursdays. I'm always happy to have everybody here. I appreciate every one of you jumping in the chat to say hi, and everybody just kind of checking in with each other, because that's what this show is about. It's about making you feel good night, just everybody hanging out. And yeah, Ripa, he's a trip. He is. I watched that video today. I watched it a couple times from Moonshiner, so y'all gotta check it out. He did a good job. He's a good commentator, I think. He was just all out there. I thought that was really good. And you saw a few people did, a few face plants, and I saw some turtles. I didn't see how many trikes were out there flying. I only heard one. because I know the sound, a trike motor sound is different than when you're doing foot launching. I think it's a totally different sound. And I was just like, I was in the other room and I heard that the sound, like a trike was going up in the air, and I ran to the TV like a little kid, and I'm like, yeah, it's the trike. Yeah, I knew it. I love that sound. It takes me back, to my first tandem, trike tandem, going down that field. And it's such a rush when you're going down that field before you go up in the air. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe next year I can get another tandem, right? You never know. Weather permitting and all that stuff. But yeah, just watching that video today, I was like, that was cool. Looks like there's going to be quite a few people out there too. And looks like they might have pretty decent weather, right? Because it's in Tennessee. Or maybe they might get a little rain, because when we get rain, then Tennessee gets rain too. Will Fly says, it definitely takes talent to foot launch. Yes, I couldn't do it. No way. No way. Yeah, there was a lot of different people launching out of there. Everybody has their own style, and you got to run like heck. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, are they going to get up in the air? I get so nervous. Some of them, they got a little too close to the trees when they were trying to foot launch, and it was wild. That was wild watching that. I even have sent the link to Robert too, so he can watch it. So yeah, so fun, right? I was glad to see that on the TV today as I go through my streaming and all that stuff. And then of course I called my Spectrum yesterday, that's what I do my streaming through, or whatever, my internet. And because I was paying $80, right? Okay, well, that promotion went away. So they raised it to $90. I'm like, all right, well, that promotion went away, so they raised it $10. Well, then my bill for next month now is $100. I'm like, what the F is going on, Freaking fracking. That's the word. Yeah. I don't say the F word on here because, we got to keep it G, family oriented, whatever. But yeah, freaking fracking. We can say that in the chat. Freaking fracking. So I called Spectrum, and she says, well, we can give you five. The only thing we have, it's not really promotion. We'll give you a credit, and we'll give you $5. We can give you $5 off. A whole $5, $1 billion company, right? And they can give poor little me here $5 off. So I'm still going to be, so it'll only be 95 instead of 100 until January. And then I have to call them again and say, you got any promotions going or whatever? Can you save me some money? And they're like, well, you can bundle it with a phone and blah, blah, blah. And I already have my own. I already have my phone, and I already have my own phone carrier provider or whatever. And so I don't need that. As soon as they say bundle, I get scared. And I'm like, nope, just keep it the way it is, right? If it's not broke. So yeah. So I still got to pay the $100, and then the next month it'll be $95. So it's crazy. I don't know how much you all pay for your how much you all pay out there for your for your TV or whatever, because I think Bill said he's got Roku, right? You got Roku. I guess that's all how you say it. My hair is just like all over the place. Look at this, and it's thinning out, but I love it. I can't cut my hair off. I just can't. I did it one time in 2010. I got a pixie, and I was like, never again. Because having this wavy hair that I have and everything, and trying to grow out a pixie haircut was a nightmare. Hello, it was a nightmare. And John says he's got a Roku. Yeah, I love my TV. I absolutely love it. And I stream everything. I stream Roku. Roku? It's called Roku? Well, you know me. You all know me. I have my own language, right? Y'all know that I have my own language. So however I have to say it. And then you always help me in the chat to spell it out, because I know I struggle with some of these words. No, Ruku, Roko. What's that other word that I always say wrong? Hovering. Yes, that's the other word, right? That I always mess up. We're going to get in some words tonight, too. Now, that sounded funny. We're going to get in some words tonight. Yeah, I'm going to show you some words, okay? You're going to learn words. I'm going to get into some stuff tonight towards the end of the live stream and all that. Let me get my notes here, and then I will introduce all my little what do you call my mascots, right? I have a new mascot tonight. Fire Bill says Antenna TV OTA broadcast. That's what Fire Bill has. I refuse to pay $200 in the sun for TV and everything. Eventually, everything's going to go streaming anyway, right? I mean, you pay $200 and half the stuff you don't even watch, right? When you pay for all those extra to have NBC, ABC, and to watch the football and all that stuff, I'm not going to pay extra just to watch football, because a lot of those things are expensive. You're talking $69 a month, and pretty soon you're adding this on, you're adding that on, and before you know it, right, your cable bill, whatever, is $400. So it's like, that's why I just decided I'm just going to go to streaming, and I love it. It's easy. And Will Fly says, I have OTA TiVo and that I never watch. And the only subscription I pay for is YouTube Premium. That's it. Oh, geez. I don't have YouTube Premium. I just have YouTube, but I can still follow all my different podcasts that I like to watch. I watch all kinds of crazy stuff or whatever. It's so much fun, though. I'm meeting so many cool people on some of these podcasts. You get in the chat and you just hang out with everybody. Will Flies, let's see. Make sure that this is all okay. Oh, so Will Flies says, I spent a lot of time staring at the neighbor's house with my brand new EUFY camera setup. Wow. I don't need a camera setup. I just look out the window. I can look out the window anytime I want, see what everybody's doing, right? See all the people checking into the motel down here across from across from the parking lot here and all that stuff. I gotta show you really quick. Let's see where I put it. My painting, my newest painting, everybody, before we get the show started. Are you ready? Here's my new one of my newest paintings that I did yesterday. So you can look at it, see what you think. Can you see it? Can everybody see it? Hold it really close like that. Isn't that cool? Is that cool or what? I don't know if I hold it up like this. There. Oh, let's go up there like that. Let's see. I'm looking. Oh, no, too far. Let's see. Let's try it again. Whoop. There we go. Let's see. John says, I pay for phones and subscriptions for 4 different households, about $1,200. Holy moly. So, yeah, this is my newest little. Isn't this cool? Thanks, sis. Judy said she loves it. Yeah, and you know what? I did not use a paintbrush for any of this. A paintbrush was not used for this. I found little gadgets laying around the house, and that's what I painted it with. So it's kind of, little circle thing. I found some little circle thing laying around. I dip it in the paint, right? So super fun. So that's my newest one. So I just thought I would share that. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the like button. Welcome everybody. I'm Paramount USA. and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the like, and hit the notification so you don't miss a show, right? There you go. Yeah. So I had somebody stop I had something that had to be fixed in my apartment today. So the guy that does the maintenance, right? He stopped by and did fixing some stuff and everything. And he was admiring all my paintings and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. And so he said he was interested in buying one of my paintings if I wanted to sell it to him. So what do you think, huh? I think it'd be really cool. So yeah. So I'm probably going to sell him a painting, one of my paintings that he liked. And we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, he was just like really impressed. He goes, I've always liked that painting. And he pointed to a painting, they saw on the wall. And I was like, okay, yeah. I said, well, I'll think about that and we'll get some, figure it out. So pretty cool. I was very flattered, and he said, yeah, because he saw this, that picture there with me, with Eric, doing my first tandem. And now he said every time he sees a tandem, sees one of the paramotors up in the air or whatever, he thinks of me or whatever, So, but let's see. I'm trying to watch. Yeah, congratulations. John says, just like Grandma Moses. There you go. There you go. So yeah, I might be just selling some paintings in the future, be pretty cool because I've got so many of them. So if perhaps somebody, want to do that really likes my paintings, and he even told me he's getting inspired, seeing my paintings and how I, that he wants to start painting. So you never know, right? You never know who's watching or whatever. And it's a good feeling that you, like I said, when you're gone, whatever, when it's time to go, right? To the heaven's gates, they're not people that are still down there, are not going to think about, she sure had that. I love that big house she used to have and the car they had and this and that, They're not going to talk about that. They're going to talk about what you left with them in your heart, right? What kind of legacy? And I always say that's so important. What kind of legacy are you going to leave? What kind of seed are you going to plant today for somebody? And just watch that, you plant a seed in somebody, right? And then they bloom and they're so excited about it. And then they share that seed with somebody else. And somebody else and somebody else, right? And that's what makes the world go round. So make sure that, share that seed, just, no, it's not marijuana seeds. Okay. No, we're talking about just spiritually or whatever, share that with somebody, and plant that seed and let them know that they matter, that life is good, that it's going to be okay, all that stuff. So, welcome. Come on in, get in the treehouse, grab the bean bags and your snacks and their fridges full. And we always use our imagination here. I'm always excited. So let's get it started with my mascots, right? I have a new one that I found that I added to my little collection. And I forgot I had her. Is she like the sweetest thing ever? She's got the little dress on. I know any of the girls are watching would be like, that's super cute. And I don't have a name for her yet, but I thought she was really cute. So that's my new addition to my little mascots, right? And John says, I keep making a giant mess here to leave for the kids to sort out my legacy. There you go. It is. It's so important. What are you going to, when you leave, what are people going to say about you? I want people, when I'm gone, I want people to celebrate my life, right? Yeah, say she was awesome. She had a live stream and she went on a paramotor and did this and that, and you know what I'm saying. So, all right. So then we've got Koala, my little koala bear. I'm big on koalas. So I always introduce, because some people that have never seen my show before have not met all my little mascots, right? So the Pillsbury Doughboy with the cute little butt, right? So we got that. And then we got Hard Rock Cafe Detroit 2005. I got that when I went and had lunch. That was super fun. Yes. Little nostalgia, right? Little nostalgia. Let's see. And then, of course, we got Joe Cool, right? We always bring Joe Cool because we all want to be like Joe Cool, okay? You want to be cool like Joe Cool, then be Joe Cool. Yes. Because he's a cool one to hang out with. He is. And then, of course, Granny Iva. That was her puppy dog was JB. So in memory of Granny Iva, who passed away in 2010. And then, of course, we have George, right? This is George. And yeah, this is the last month, the last day. I mean, let's say this is the last show for July for us. So we're still celebrating the month of July, right? The 250th celebration. And everybody got their, I'm hoping Greg Laney gets in the chat tonight, because everybody got their prizes last week. I appreciate y'all, getting it, letting me know that you got your stuff. I'm sure Scooby and Munchkin, that they got their package too. And yeah, don't forget to watch. He losing his look at this. He's like losing his little jacket here, little shirt. So cute. I mean, how can you not, right? Positive Pooh. This is Positive Pooh. We love Positive Pooh because he talks positive things, right, on the show. Yeah, so I'm hoping Munchkin and Scooby that you got your stuff or whatever, and Greg Laney, and I know Mr. Bill, and let's see, it's always delayed. Will Fly, so I got my socks and I love them. Thank you. Good. Will Fly got the Heinz socks. The Heinz, yes. As I grab my notes again. See, I put things down and then I lose them in the couch. Yeah. Like the remote. If I move things around too much. Yeah, and I know Mr. Bill got his koozie, I believe, right? Because I put it in my notes here. Who got what the last time or whatever, doing the spinny winnie Willa Winnie things. So we're still going to give away a koozie tonight, either koozie or socks tonight, because tonight's the last day of and he likes the flyer. Bill says he likes the stickers. Cool. I'm glad you enjoy those. That was compliments. And he got the koozie. Yes, the 250th anniversary koozie. And the stickers are from Scooby-Doo and Munchkin. Yes, they donated those to the show. And I have to say thank you to everybody for donating stuff, donating the socks, and and the stickers. Let's see, what's it say? Okay, don't mind me. I'm watching this. Okay. Will Fly says I got the funny sticker that says I got to see the candy first, then I get in the van. I'm not stupid. Scuba says I can't hear, but got the Funyun socks. Cool. Okay. All right. You can't hear. Why can't you not hear? Why can't you hear? He said he can't hear. Scuba says he can't hear. So let's get the show on the road, right? Let's get this rocking and rolling. Don't forget tomorrow night, Scuba hanging out with Scooby, hanging with Scuba. Scuba's hangout on Friday night on YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We always have a really good time. He's at a restaurant. Okay, thank you, John. I need you in the studio to help me read the chat. I'm telling you, one of these times I'm gonna get one of you guys in here and help me with the chat. Scuba says, I wrote a long email to USPPA. Oh, well, you can talk about that on your show tomorrow night. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's see. We got show 109, and it says, listing an event now is as bad as buying a house. Will Fly says, I lost it when I saw that one, Scuba. See, they love the stickers. You know, all the donations I got, like all the socks. I still have socks to give away. And of course, I got my koozies, you know, and I'm probably going to buy more koozies for the summer to give away or whatever. The koozies and the socks are really inexpensive to send out, right, to mail. So I know, Greg Laney, he got something. He got a pair of socks too. Greg Laney got the, didn't I put it in here? I put it in here somewhere. The list of what everybody got. Let's see. Okay, Hot Buttered Steve, he got a koozie. But HB, I have yet to hear from you if you received your koozie. So if you're out there listening, just put in the chat, hey, I got my package. I got the koozie, because I haven't heard from him. I mean, I saw, you know, Hot Butter Steve Productions. He has his show whenever, you know, it happens to pop up on my feed. So I try and watch his show because I like to support everybody. Will Floss says, yes, thank you, Scuba. Tell Munchkin when, and if she shows up, then I said thanks. So Greg Laney got the ding dong socks. So wait and see if Greg Laney gets in the chat, because I haven't heard from him yet. Usually he'll message me or whatever. So everybody received, I'd say for everyone received their prizes. I'm from the Spinny Winnie Wheel Winnie Things. Appreciate all of you. And then, of course, we watched the video. John Ripa had his video out on YouTube today, so make sure y'all check it out, from Moonshiners, Part 2. That was really fun. And John is a great commentator. He's a funny guy. He is a funny guy. That was cool. And I thought the video was perfect. The sound, everything, right? I think he did really good. But he was just like, oh no, base plant, oh no. It's like, oh no, he turtled. You know? Some of them I watch and I'm like, no way I could do all that running across the field like that. And I wonder if somebody's going to fall on their face, right? Ripa is Ripa. Yep. I love Ripa. I do. I love Ripa. I think he's the best. I really do. He's so crazy. I know him and Robert, they've flown a lot together, you know, and he'd be in California, and he's even spent some time at Robert's house too. So I think that's really cool. Very cool. So we already know this is the last show for July, right? Because it's July 30th already. And we know that Will Fly got the lazy boy. So he is already all tucked in. He's all ready to go. And we're all ready to start the show. And I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Flyer Bill says he can't hide money. Oh, are you talking about Ripa? He's something else. He is something else. So welcome in. Grab a seat in the treehouse. Enjoy the vibe, and appreciate y'all choosing to spend time with me on Thankful Thursday. Your cozy, elevated spot up in the branches where vibes are always chill, the conversations flow easy, and the views are unbeatable. So, yes, right? And house rules. Okay, we always have the house rules before you get started. Climb in with positivity. Leave drama on the ground. Laughter mandatory, and snacks encourage, right? Yes, that's what I always say when I start my show. So don't forget to laugh at yourself. It's easy to laugh at others, much harder to laugh at ourselves, but it's more rewarding. It lightens our lives, it brightens other lives, it builds self-confidence, all right? And self-worth, and endures us to others, and life is too short to take it seriously. Time spent laughing is time spent with the gods. That's what I said. So, you know me and my quotes. I just love it. I love it. So, I'm going to take a quick swig of my water here, and we're going to get started. I just want to thank my new subscribers, my old subscribers. I appreciate all of you, my lurkers, my watchers, my viewers, everybody, all my everybody in YouTube land. I appreciate you viewing my show every week. Yeah, I really do. And I thank you. Everybody who's out there listening that doesn't necessarily get in the chat. I want to thank you. Yes. And thank you for subscribing. I got some new subscribers, pretty excited. And yeah, this show is just moving right along, right? I'm having a blast with it. And you know me, when I get on here, it's me. Here you go. This is what you get. What you see is what you get, as the saying goes, right? That's how I always look at it. And then, of course, you know, we got Joey Bear. We got my Home Depot, Joey Logano. And then, of course, we got then we got the baby, you know, Joey baby. Joe Adele is in the house. What is up, Joe? Joe from Indiana. Joe's been flying a lot lately. Joe from Indiana. Joe Adele, welcome. He's a great dude. I got to meet him at the last time I went on my tandem at Torchport, 2024. Yeah, 2024. And Keith and Kat took me up in the air. And yeah, I got to meet Joe. There. That was finally meet Joe in person. And yeah, he's a great guy. He really is. It's so cool, you know, when you go to these fly-ins and you get to finally meet people in person. It's really cool. So everybody say hi to Joe. Say hi to Joe from Indiana. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for stopping in the treehouse tonight. Have a seat. Grab a beanbag. Yeah, we're going to get the show started. And, of course, I have Walter, right? I have Walter, my koala bear, Walter, because Walter from Australia gave me a koala bear years ago. So I named him Walter. So, yeah, everybody welcome Joe. Make sure you put in the chat. I appreciate you, because I appreciate all of you tonight being here every Thursday. Yes. So I'm Paramount USA in your Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come on up. Don't be shy. We don't bite, you know. We all just kind of hang out. Joe Adele says, toss me a beer. There you go. There you go. Hey, the fridge is I got the fridge all loaded with beer up there in the treehouse. Just make sure you don't drink too much so you don't fall out of the treehouse, right? As you're trying to go down the ladder. Maybe I should make a slide, and you can just slide. Like people that have too much beer or whatever, can't go down the ladder, they can just slide right out of the treehouse, right? Scuba says, I can hear now, but driving. Okay, be careful. It's okay, Scooby. Don't forget Scooby show tomorrow night. Let's see. John says, Cowboy says, I think scuba bites. Fire Bill says, BRB and popcorn. There you go. See, that's what the show's all about. You just gotta use your imagination, right? So my saying of the day is, because I have this cool little book that my daughter-in-law gave me, and it always has every day has a different quote on it. So today's quote is, no rain, no flowers, right? So we all got to have a little rain in our life, right, to grow. If we didn't have rain in our life, we wouldn't grow. Sometimes we have those rainy days and those rainy months, right? You're like, am I ever going to see the sunshine again? I don't know, you know. But then, yeah, the sunshine does come out and the flowers start blooming and you start feeling better and all that stuff, you know. So without the rain, there's no flowers. So, right, if we don't have rain, those rainy days, then we don't grow. And that's how I look at it. So I feel like I've really blossomed in the last what, 5 years? Yes. And it's a process, you know. I tell you what, it don't happen overnight. It don't happen overnight. But look at me doing this. Who would have thought, right? 5 years ago, I'd be sitting here doing a YouTube live stream with y'all, right? It's crazy. And then also painting, right? So I do painting all the, you know, I learned how to paint. God knew what he was doing. I didn't understand at the time, but now I do. And I'm living my best life, right? And hot butter Steve. He said, I just got my beer koozie. Oh, yay. Oh, thank you, Will Fly. Will Fly says, you have really grown, Linda. You guys are going to make me cry. I still have, you know, I'm still me, right? But I'm a stronger me. And Hot Butter Steve, thank you. I'm glad that you got your koozie. I'm glad you got your koozie. I know I jumped in your chat on your show, Hot Buttered Steve Productions, and it was a good show with your guest. I forgot what your guest name or whatever. She was really cool. So you did a really good job. You did, Hot Butter Steve HB. Did a really good job on your live stream. So I'll make sure, you know, I support all my peeps because we're not in competition. You know, we're all there just to be there for each other. Hot Butter Steve says you got to be a guest. Well, you got to warn me, okay? Because sometimes by the time your show is on, I'm already in my bed, okay? And I don't think I want to live stream, you know, be in the guest thing in my, you know, sitting in my bed. So Scuba says, HB needs to read chat on his show. I know, right? I know. I gotta help this guy. You gotta watch, yeah, because I was in the chat too, and you ignored me and you ignored Scooby. So yeah, you gotta kind of pay attention to the chat too, HB. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's really not that hard. Like you just put the laptop in front of you, turn your phone on, and there you go. And then you have, best of the both worlds. How about Steve says, I thought I was going to be more loosey-goosey and people made it more serious than I thought. Oh, no. Just be yourself on there, HB. Just be yourself. Really. My very first few shows, I was so nervous. Oh, my gosh. And HB says, I need somebody else to lead so I can goof around. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I can't goof around when it's just me, myself, and I doing the show. All right. Doing my live stream. I have to like keep an eye on the chat and everything. And yeah, when it's just me, it's gets crazy. And sometimes I miss some things. And Hot Butter HB says, I hate leading those. Well, yeah, when you're flying solo during your show until you get somebody to, you know, be on there with you. Yeah, it's hard to read the chat when you're trying to concentrate on your guests too. So, but you're doing great, HB. You're doing great. Believe me. It took me forever to get where I am today with my show. Really, it's a lot of growing. It's a lot of learning. It really is. And just have confidence in yourself, HB. You can do it. You can do it. When I see your show, you know, I'll jump in the chat and say hi and everything. And then you just look at it and go, all you have to do is look at the chat and go, oh, hey, Linda. Hey, Scooby. What's going on? That's it. See, because I watch everybody. I keep my little book here of who's in the chat so I don't miss anybody, right? So because HB is in here, So I've got, yeah. So right now tonight, I got Mr. Bill, Scooby-Doo, Munchkin, Cowboy, Will Fly, Joe Adele, and HB. See? So I don't leave anybody out. And I, so I have to kind of go back and forth because my phone is over here. And Scuba says, my chat is nuts sometimes. Yeah, but you got Munchkin to help you read the chat too. So that helps because sometimes, because it's not easy when it's just, one person trying to follow, but you have a lot more people in the chat too than I do, Scooby. But your show, I love your show too. Like I said, this is not a competition. We all do it for fun. And I want to see people succeed. That's why I do this. And HB says Scuba's show is straight up organized. There you go. There you go. And that's what everybody has their own style too. So HB, you have your own style on your show. And just be you on there. Just be you. That's it. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. I told you the first few live streams I did, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Seriously. Then you start getting, getting things down. You start figuring it out. Okay, I like this, and you start getting comfortable with yourself. And then of course I changed everything to do my show from the couch because it felt more like a treehouse feel, right? And no, I need another Jade that I can run something and I can hang out. I see you like to run your videos or whatever. Scuba says that says organic. LOL. No, I need another Jade that can run something I can hang out. I love JD. I love JD. Yeah, I miss her show too. I miss her show. And next month it'll be a year that Eric passed away already. So really sad. Really sad. Cancer sucks, right? Cancer sucks. All right, so we're going to get started. HB, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all my chatters are here. Welcome in, welcome in. We'll do a spinny wheel in a little while or whatever. And let's see. HB says, if I fly solo, I get too serious. If I have a team, I can really party. Everybody has their thing. You do what's comfortable for you, And if you like to, be around other people, that's good. Because then everybody encourages each other. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, So, all right, we're going to get started. Because it's July 30th. And it's time to start Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm Paramount USA. So come on in. Come on in. And if I'm talking too loud, just turn the volume down a little bit. You need to turn the volume down because this is how I talk. See, I used to be so worried. Oh, am I talking too loud? They're like, that's why there's a volume button, right? So I just get super excited when I'm on here to have everybody here. And tonight's the night, man. Tonight is the night. It's a beautiful night outside. And I love my life. I get to see the sunrises and the sunset. I don't see too many sunrises because that's 5 a.m, people. I'm just not even thinking about. The only thing I'm thinking about 5 a.m. is go to the bathroom, right? Then go back to bed. It's like 5 a.m. But I do get to see the sunsets. Like you saw some of my stuff on Facebook. I got some really cool pictures of sunsets and everything. So, okay. So this story sounds really fishy to me. Okay, we're going to start new news to me, right? How I do that every week. New news to me. I get on the Google train, and I have to say hi to Judy too. Judy and Kim, my sisters. I'm sorry, my sisters is in the house here, and my sister-in-law Kimmy's here too. So I have to say a quick hi again to my chatters: Mr. Bill, Scooby-Doo, Munchkin, Cowboy, Will Fly, Joe Adele, HB, Judy Sissis, and Kimmy, my beautiful sister-in-law. So I love it when family gets in the chat. It's so cool. So there we go. That's how you do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. So everybody feels welcome. Scuba says, yes, Yeah, you better get up. Don't miss those sunrises. Could be a new painting. That's true. Yeah. Um, yeah, I love doing. I know I get inspired. I have to get to like Five Below or go to Hobby Lobby and get some more canvases because I'm down to one now. So I got to get busy. And yeah, I guess it's been a while since I got back into painting. It's been a couple years, and just to have the maintenance guy that came by, like I said, in my apartment, and saw my paintings, and he was just like, "I love this." He says, I love how you got these paintings and everything. That is so cool that you do this. And he said he was very inspired. So that's what I'm saying. You never know, who you're planting that seed, right? So he wants to start painting now. Scuba says you will be when you get older. Yes. Yeah. Hot Butter Steve says waking up is always the second. China, sorry. I got to read them all. Hot Butter Steve says waking up is always the second hardest thing in the morning. You will be when you get older. And Hot Butter Steve says, I think I'm really bad at getting older. Oh gosh, you're just a puppy right now. Are you kidding? Wait till you get my age, 71, okay? Who the heck would think at 71 years old I'm having having a podcast, right? It's not a podcast, live stream. I apologize. It's always live stream. And then my little girl here, I think she's really sweet. I don't know what to name her yet. So it's not the, oh yeah, it's not the, it's the mileage. Yes. It's not the age, it's the mileage. There's a song by Chris Ledoux about that. Yes. It's not the age time, it's the miles or something like that. So anyway, so here's my fishy story. A polite bear. A Colorado homeowner found a bear casually eating cat food in her house after she left the back door cracked open for her pets. Later joined by a pair of messy bear cubs at another local house. So I'm thinking that they were looking for that salmon dinner or two, right? So the bears were probably looking, because bears love salmon. So they probably smelled that cat food a mile away, And so that's why I said it sounded fishy that they got in, and it seems like the bear sightings are getting more so, lately, because right, the animals are getting pushed out of their habitat. So we have the what is it in Arizona now running around the neighborhoods. I'm thinking here those wild pigs or whatever. Gotta put it in there. Something in my brain goes, psh, running around the neighborhood or whatever. So and then they got and some, I guess they have like cougars or whatever. Coming down from the mountains and everything, and they're going through the neighborhoods now, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, then we had a pony pursuit. Officers in California chased down a small Shetland pony that was trotting loose through San Jose neighborhood. So those little Shetland ponies, they can be mean too. They're the cute as heck, and they can run. I don't care what anybody says. Those little Shetlands, they can run. And I'm sure John in Tennessee, yes, he knows all about that. A Flyer Bill says, did y'all watch Robert's video? It was great. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to have to watch it. I was so busy working on my show all day today. I even went on my bike and went on my bike for like an hour. Probably an hour. And so, yeah, I did that. And then, of course, I got excited because I got somebody that's interested in my painting. So it's kind of cool, right? Okay, so now we got the library. Overdue books return. A Welsh library received an unusual visit from a man who arrived to return a pair of books. His grandfather had checked out 116 years earlier. Okay, So today they charge like 15 to 25 cents a day if you um, if your books return the books to the library late. So think about it. I did the math. For 116 years, that would total up to $2,900 in late fees. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Good Lord. That's a lot of money. I was like, I'm going to do the math. And you know, before libraries were really libraries, everything was done on tablets. Everything was done on tablets. So pretty interesting stuff because I always do a little history on the libraries, right? And then, of course, I remember the bookmobile would come down my street, get my books, you know, and all that. That was always fun in the summer. But those days are gone, right? Those days are gone. Okay, now next we have, let's see, Scuba says, looks like after my input, the tough trike guys is going to make all the future trikes with 3/4 wider foot pedals. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I saw that comment. Yeah, I saw that comment, Scuba, on Facebook or whatever. So that's really good. Yeah, if you don't say something, right? Yeah, if you don't say something, then they're like, oh, we didn't, you know, we never thought of that. So I'm sure they appreciate your input on that, Scuba. That's great. Because you want to be comfortable up there, you know. You want to be comfortable. Not everybody's the same size, you know. Not everybody's feet and legs are the same size. Everybody's different. They were small, like your shoe barely fit in there. Oh, really? Oh, wow. See, it's like when I get on my bike. You know, when I go on to the gym and I get on my bike, they have those little strap things, you know, over the pedal. So I have to, a lot of times, sometimes I have to readjust. Of course, you know, other people use it. So I have to readjust the seat every time I get on there, and I have to readjust the pedals, the foot pedals, right? The little straps. So I can slide my feet underneath those straps because everybody's different. Sometimes my foot won't fit in there underneath the straps. So Scuba says they were small, like your shoe barely to fit them. Size 12 shoe here. I need room for my feet. And Scuba says, man paws. There you go. I'm a 7.5 medium. That's my foot. I'm 7.5. 7.5. Yeah, that's what I wear. And then I'm 5. I used to be 5'2". Now I'm 5'1". So I've shrunk. The last time I went for my checkup, you know, they measure you, whatever. Yeah, I lost an inch. Yeah, I'm just not as tall as I used to be, but I'm mighty though. I may be small, but I'm mighty. So there you go. And me and Munchkin, see, we know. Short girls are cool. Yeah, don't mess with short girls because they'll hurt you. They will. So now back to Pokemon card stores now use facial recognition to prevent scalping. The Pokemon company said facial recognition technology will be used at Pokemon card stores locations in Japan to enforce restrictions. Pokemon started in 1996, so you can get their books or whatever, their binders for $200, $300. So anybody there, like their kids or whatnot collected Pokemon? Anybody? Because that was in 96. So let's see. Johnson's got to go get my tractor from the neighborhood. See ya. All right, John, take it easy, cowboy. Much love. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Be safe out there, okay? Whatever you do, be safe. Okay, everybody say goodbye to John. He's the best. You're all the best, okay? You're all the best. Yes, it's getting dark already. I got all the lights on in here. It's so crazy. All right, let's get this reading here. What did I miss? Seems like I had more stuff to talk about here. The Pokemon. Okay, I guess we'll get. Oh, that's right, because I wanted to get into Get into some games, the card games. Who all plays cards in the chat? Because we got card games. So classic card games. Name some card games that people play in the chat. Different card games. And I'm reading stuff here and there, but I take a little break in between to, break it up a little bit. So there's a lot of card games out there. Thousands of them. Thousands. So we've got Solitaire, Rummy Hearts, Go Fish. Yep, Fish. Yep. Uno. Yep. Name some more. What's some more card games that you play? Like, I'm not a big card person or whatever. Fish, Uno, and what's some other one? Spades, Crazy Eights. Remember Crazy Eights? I forgot about that game. Yeah, Crazy Eights. I forgot about that. And Spades. Yep. Rummy, Gin Rummy, Old Maid, right? There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, Spades. Yep. Crazy Eights. Yep. And Canasta. I forgot about that game. Hi, Munchkin. I love you, girl. Much love. I'm going blind. I'm telling you what. I'm reading the chat and everything, and it's just like, every day I get up and I'm like, God, how come I can't see again? I can't see today. It just gets worse. I used to play Fargo. Okay. Oh my gosh, the chat is flying here. I used to play Fargo, with 6 dice. Oh yeah. Scuba says, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Hot Buttered Steve says, Munchkin, I can't stop thinking about that roast beef. And Will Fly says, strip poker. There you go. So I have to grab my phone so I can see because I'm blind, Don't you wish you could wake up and you'd be able to, like, every day you'd be able to see better instead of see worse, right? So Munchkin says, yeah, I just had a French dip, delish. Yummy. That sounds really good. That's really good. So different card games out there, right? Because I was thinking of Pokemon, that people collect those cards. People collect baseball cards, right? And Scuba says, was a reference to the war song. Yes, I saw that. Yes. Yeah, I saw that, Scooby. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yep. Will Fly says, oh, hey, Munchkin, thanks for the stickers. So see, I know the stickers are cool, huh? And every time that I send, somebody wins something, I throw some stickers in there in the envelope. So enjoy. I don't even read them. I just grab 4, 5, 6 of them and throw them in there. So where's Greg Laney been? I hope he's listening. Let's see. Munchkin said I had a giant Bloody Mary with a side thing of, oh gosh, here's the word. The side of Guineas? How do you say it? Guineas? I don't know. Let's see. Hot Buttered Steve says, Scuba, I'm flying to your hometown and taking your wife out to lunch. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. HB's coming to town. You better be ready. HB's coming. I hope everybody's enjoying the show. I love this. I love that everybody stopping by every Thursday night and everybody just joining, turning the stream on and say, hey, it's Paramount USA. What's going on, Paramount USA, on Thursday night? This is Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification, hit the like button, tell your friends, get on the YouTube train, because I love all my YouTubers. I made so many friends already on YouTube because I watch all different live streams, all different, all different podcasts and whatnot, and get in the chat, and we all just hang out, and it's so fun. It's really fun. Scuba says, "Oh, I have a full trust." There you go. There. So, have you guys ever heard of a marmot? Marmot? Do you know what that is? A marmot? I never heard of that animal, but they said it's a large, stocked, burrowing rodent belonging to the squirrel family and lives in the mountains, cold regions, and across North America, Europe, and Asia. And they whistle to warn each other of danger. How funny is that? Yeah, groundhog. Munchkin says it's a groundhog. Yeah, and they said I didn't know that they whistled. Have you ever heard a groundhog whistle? They said they whistle. Yeah, they said they whistle to warn others of danger. That's so crazy. So they said that the researchers the researchers that are research these are not getting funded anymore for researching these groundhogs, right? So they're starting their own, instead of OnlyFans, they're starting their own website. They call it Only Marms. Only Marms. I think that's pretty funny. So the researchers are compensating. So instead of OnlyFans, so they started their own on the website or whatever, for that. So that's pretty funny. You got to do what you got to do, right? Keep it going. Let's see. Oh, okay. I still got more here. Okay. We're moving right along. Got my notebook going here. Hot Butter Steve says, I'm too lazy to cook, but I'll pay cash money for it. AKA Whistle Pig. Yes. Yeah. I don't get excited about cooking either. I really don't. I get frustrated because all the food tastes the same anymore. And half the time I don't even know what I'm eating. It's frustrating. And sometimes it costs the same to go out as it is to buy the food and cook it yourself. So heck, might as well just go out to dinner, go out and eat. Speaking of going out to eat, tomorrow, let's see, Will Fly says groundhogs are the type of marmot, but not all marmots are groundhogs. Okay. I like this. Look at you guys getting in the chat and giving your knowledge on the marmots. I never heard of the marmots. Heard of groundhogs, but not the marmots. The marmots, yes. Tomorrow, speaking of, I'm going to do brunch tomorrow at my favorite restaurant, Bob Evans. I love their breakfasts. So I'm going to do a brunch, like a breakfast. The breakfasts are really good. Y'all know I'm adopted, right? And I'm going to meet up with my biological cousin, which means my birth mom was his aunt. And I met my cousin. It all goes back to my brother writing the book and my cousin Mark studying genealogy. And that's Mark, I'm going to meet up with him and his wife tomorrow. They want to see my apartment and stuff. And I haven't seen them in umpteen years. So it's going to be really nice. It's going to be really nice. It's going to be kind of weird, because like I said, I'm adopted. And after my brother wrote his first book, then Mark found the book and started researching everything. And that's how he found me, and then found out that, my birth mom was his aunt. How crazy is that, right? So, so we're going to meet up tomorrow. We're going to do lunch. Will Fly says, have you ever met your biological parents? No, I never met my mom, my birth mom. It's kind of a long story, but my oldest brother went back in the 1977. he went back to Chicago to meet my mom, my birth mom, for the first time. And so kind of a weird story, kind of like, I don't know. So I never got to meet her. She passed away. So I never got to, I never got to meet her. Her name was Priscilla, but they called her Pat. And she was born in Quebec, and then her family came over to the States, to Chicago. And then she gave me up for adoption. And my mom and dad were foster parents, right? At the time, they already had my brother Dennis. Well, then I found out years later that they adopted my brother Dennis, my oldest brother, is actually my half brother. So yeah, so we have the same mom, different dads. And then my mom, my adoptive mom, my mommy, yeah, I was in a foster home for a while, when I was just a little preemie for like 6 months. And then my mom, the Catholic Social Services called my mom and said, we have a sibling of Dennis, and so a little girl. So they wanted a little girl, so they adopted me. And then after I came along, right then when there was me, so Dennis and me, then my brother Johnny, and they brought Johnny from overseas, from Belgium, because my parents were foster parents when I was growing up. So till I was like 13 years old or something like that. So they got my brother Johnny, right? He came next. And then they got Judy, my sister's Judy. And then they got Monique. And then they got Amy. So, so they got one of the girls, and so I got 2 brothers and my 3 sisters, and we're all adopted. And I'm so blessed. I really am. I tell you what, and we still keep in contact with each other. We're all very close. And even if we don't talk every day, we know that they're there. We know that our siblings are there and stuff. So it's, it's really cool. And my mom's the best. My mom that adopted me, mom and dad, we had the most loving parents ever. And I'm truly blessed, have very blessed upbringing, with my siblings. And yeah, my mom and dad, they fostered like 45 babies when I was growing up. So I always had a little infant in the house. That was all, in the 60s, I guess, probably in the 60s. 55, I was born in 55, so somewhere in there. But yeah, and so they fostered babies till finally, it was things started changing, and things got a little stricter and all that. But it was nothing to get a call from Catholic Social Services to say, we have an infant here, and my mom would go down and pick up the baby, or sometimes that was before computers and everything, or sometimes Catholic Social Services would bring the baby over to the house. So we always had a little newborn in the house. And so I really thank my parents for raising me how they did, with good values and everything. And it's pretty much like, when you grow up and everything, you get, you make your own choices, right? So that's kind of that's my story, my adoptive story. Yeah, that's my adoptive story. I'm very proud of it. And like I said, my mom still has her photo album, I believe, of all the babies. And so let's see. Will Foster, thanks for sharing that, Linda. Love stories like that. Great content. Well, thank you. Thank you, Will Fly. No, I am very blessed. Like I said, my parents, they were foster parents. And, sadly, my birth mom did not remember. She remembered having my brother Dennis, but she didn't remember having me. So whatever happened, I don't know, must have been pretty traumatic. But I know who my mommy is, and my when I was going through everything, and going through my divorce and all that, I called my mom and I said, I'm coming to Michigan, but I don't know what I'm going to do and this and that. And she said, you come and stay here. You come to the house. This is your house too. This is your home. She said, I want you come and stay here until, get everything figured out. So, there was no question about it, when I left Arizona and I came and I stayed with mom and dad for 6 months until my apartment was ready. And so I got to spend time, 8 months actually, got to spend time with mom and dad. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about, it's different. It's different when you go to visit your parents and all that, and then you can go home, whatever, as to living with them for 8 months. Like I said, it was a lot of healing. I know I told a story before, but it was a lot of healing, a lot of growing, and God put me there for a reason, and it did help me grow, and it did help me heal too, just being around family, because I didn't know one day the next, now what am I do, this and that, there was so much to take care of when you move and all of a sudden you're on your own, right? And you're in your 60s. Hot Butter Stew says, I live in a cargo trailer in my mother's driveway. Yeah, God bless you. I don't judge anybody, HB. I don't judge anybody. And you do what you got to do, I hate that people that, oh, look at him, he lives like that. Oh, look at her, she lives like that, I don't judge anybody. I don't. And I think you're doing really good, HB. You come a long way too. And you've been through a lot. Skula says, the picture behind Linda is the last thing you see when you take off towards the trees without enough runway. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. HB says, I really like my cargo trailer. Oh, you did. HB, you did a really good job on it. You did. I'm proud of you. You put your heart and soul into that, and that's your space. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. I totally get it. I totally get it. When I was still in Arizona, when I first met my second husband, I should say, we ended up moving in with his grandma, and we took care of her because she was a diabetic and everything, and she couldn't be by herself, so we moved in with her, and saved us a lot of money, kind of thing, bless her heart. And then when we finally moved out and bought a house, then she moved in with us, so she was kind of like the package deal, right, Grandma Iva. So that's how that worked out. But everybody's got a story, right? Everybody's got a story, and everybody's got a journey. Okay, I'm going to tell you, everybody's got a journey. I mean, I'm sitting here, I get emotional, whatever, but I'm sitting here at 71 years old, and I'll say how old I am. I don't care, I'm proud of my age. I'm proud of, how far I've come, how the support from my family and my friends and everything all these years. I couldn't have done it without them. And it was always God's plan to bring me here. But you have to go through all that stuff, right, to get to where you are today. That's what it is. You got to go through all that. You got to go through all the rain. I call it, to get the flowers, right, for the flowers to bloom. And Lord knows, had a lot of rain. But look at now, right? Like I said, I've bloomed, and HB, you come a long way too, and you inspire me, and you're going to inspire others too. Like I said, HB, you be who you are. Like I said, we all go through stuff. We all been through stuff. We're all on this journey, right? And just be there for each other. That's why I do this show. Look, I'm going off on a different subject, but it's life, right? It's life. That's what it is. You can take it, you can hide and be all depressed about it, or you can do something about it, right? Believe me, I've been there. Hot Butter Steve said it rains a lot. That's why you need a bucket and a mop. Oh, Lord. Some days are like that, right? Some years are like that, where you have to keep that bucket and the mop close by because it just seems like it keeps coming, right? And you're going to have that. You're going to have that. But you get through it. You get through it, you know? Sometimes, and God's going to give you those days. Some days you're going to have really good days, and other days it's going to be like, what the heck, you know? And that's when you got to step up and you got to be strong. Now you just got to step up and say, okay, I can do this, you know? You can't give up. You can't give up. So you're only stuck if you stop, right? You're only stuck if you stop. So, yeah. So it's getting so dark in here. So yeah, that's the story, like with my siblings and everything. I love them so much, you know. And then, you know, I have Robert and Ryan, and my sons are awesome. All three of us went on our journey too, right? Nobody's perfect. We've all grown, we've all learned, and my bond with my sons is so strong. You just can't break a mother's love. You can't break the bond that you know that I have with my kids, and it's vice versa. I know they're there. You know, if I need something, get on the phone, and they're there. You know, if I need just to talk, I call Robert or whatever. So, and if it's like really stormy out or whatever, I think I told you my story. If it's really storming and I'm kind of scared and it's late at night, well, I'll call Robert because it's 3 hours difference, right? So he's 3 hours behind in California. So I'll call him and I'll talk to him for an hour till I'm, you know, nice and I'm not all nervous and everything. And then because I know Ryan and Leslie are sleeping, right? So so I have the best of both worlds. So I have my backup plan. If it's storming or whatever, if I need somebody to talk to and it's, you know, later in the evening, then I just call my son. I call Robert, you know, and he'll be like, what's going on, Mom? You know, and sometimes we'll FaceTime or whatever, and it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, and even when I do my paintings, I stare at the blank canvas, and it's just like life, right? And you stare at the blank canvas and you're just like, what am I going to do with this, right? What am I going to do with this canvas? And I'll just stare at it and I'll just brainstorm. And I can look up like the colors of my area rug that I have here in my living room. I was looking at the colors the other day and I'm like, I need to do a painting, you know, with all the colors that are in there. So Flyer Bill says, I really like your cargo trailer. Did you do a video on the build? HB. See, people are watching everything, HB. And like I said, I'm proud of you. You come a long way too. And just have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself, okay? I didn't always have faith in myself. You know, when your heart gets broken, it's hard. It is. It's really hard. Will Fly says, you can always give me a buzz. Not sure about the FaceTime thing though. Oh, thanks, Will Fly. Thanks. Well, I got the best peeps ever. I do. My family, my friends, like I couldn't have, and you guys, and look, think about it. You went through the journey with me when I started watching, doing the Clear Prop TV Paramotor podcast, right? And that kind of helped me step out of my comfort zone too, and meeting all the parapeeps and everything, and everything just kind of came together, right? So Scuba says, I need to call Will. There you go. So let's see, what time are we looking at? Okay. Oh, we're good. Except my I don't know. I got to figure out how I can keep my laptop plugged in because it goes down so fast during my shows. It's like the battery gets really low, like really fast. I mean, right, because right now it's on half. Like the battery thing shows it's half. So I don't know. Scuba says, often interrupt his neighbor stalking. And Hot Butter Steve says, not yet, Bill. 75% there. Hard to find the motivation. So HB, you're going to be just fine. Okay, you are going to be just fine. Yes. The other thing is, because we got into that subject or whatever, you guys learned a little bit. People are just listening or whatever about me, and my adoption story and all that. Not flesh of my flesh, not bone of my bone, but still miraculously my own. And then it's the adoption prayer. Do not think for a single minute that you didn't grow in my heart, you grew in it. Something like that. I forgot. You can look it up. The adoption prayer. It's really pretty. So yeah. So we're gonna go to all right. Let's go through this here, and we'll probably do. You want to do the spinning wheel tonight, everybody? Do you want to do a spinning? Who's all still here? Do we still got everybody here? We'll do a spinning next week. Start in August. You want to do that? We'll do the spinning next week. We'll do the spinning next week because you all just got you already got your koozies and all that. So we'll start fresh next month, right? Next week. And Judy says, I'm here. I'm going to send Judy a koozie, though. I'm going to send her. I got a really cool koozie I'm going to send my sisters just because I love her. Because I love her. Yes. I'm glad you're still here, sisters. And that's another thing, too. This girl here, my sisters, Judy. I mean, we are like tight, okay? We are the besties, best friends ever. Yeah, she said, where is my damn scoozy? Scoozy. My scoozy. Where's my scoozy? I'm going to send you a scoozy. What I'll do is I'll screenshot some of them as scoozies, and then you pick which one you want. Okay. Maybe I'll send one to you and to my brother-in-law, to my homie. It's because I've got a bunch. I got a bunch in there. So, I'll do that. I'll get those out to you. But yeah, my sisters, she always told me when I was going through all my BS, right? When you're going through divorce and everything else. And she always told me it'll all come together. She always said that. And I want to do a painting about that. It'll all come together. My sisters used to tell me that. And, I think yesterday, did we talk on the phone like 2.5 hours? We did. I want that one in your hand. Oh, this one. Judy says, I want this one. You want this one? You want this one? Okay, I'll send it. Yeah, like when your kids growing up. No, I want yours. No, I want yours. I'll happily send this to you. I will. I will. This girl here, she's always took care of me. When I was in Arizona, she always sent me stuff. Bill's laughing. That's what sisters do. No, I want yours. And then I'd be like, no, you can't have it. It's mine. No, I want it. That's what we do. So so these are the 10 most powerful words. Okay. So we're going to kind of wrap this up in a little bit. But the 10 most powerful words are you, imagine, proven. Okay. So you makes your message personal and direct. So you go, you, like, remember Raymond? I love Raymond. You need to do that. Remember, he used to do that all the time. I love Raymond, the sitcom. Yeah, you do that. You, when you go in ready to say something to his wifey or whatever, he'd walk in and do that. You, there was always issues going on. I love that show. And then the next one is imagine. So that sparks curiosity and opens the mind. See, these are powerful words because they're all do something, right? You, when you talk to somebody, you don't know, you would not believe, because you never just go, you would not believe it. You go, you would not believe. Everybody loves Raymond. I know. I love that show. I love that. And then they're like, Ray, 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 right? And he'd get all mad. Robert would get all, his brother would get all mad. Ray, 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 it's all about Ray, huh? That's the best show ever. The best. I can actually watch it on my Tubi, like Tubi TV if I want, because it's all free, right? So Tubi, that's a good one to watch, all those sitcoms and stuff. And then we have Proven. So, okay, imagine, right? Sparks curiosity and opens the mind. So, imagination, that's what this show is all about, right? We get on here to open our minds, right? And we pretend we're in the treehouse. So, that's why everybody comes here. And Scuba says the bloopers are great. Yes. I love that. That's hilarious. That show is just hilarious. Then we have Proven, which adds instant trust and proof. So it's like, it is proven that all my chatters come back every week, right? And they jump in the chat. And it's proven that we're all here together, right? And you can see there's proof that they all come back every week, which means they love me and they love Lindy's Treehouse. They love coming up in Lindy's Treehouse, right? The next one is because. That's another heavy word too. Gives a clear reason to care. I'm doing the show because I love doing the show. I do it to inspire other people my age that you can do anything if you put your mind to it, right? Right. I went on my first tandem at 67 years old. So people, you never know what you're capable of. You really don't. And just like my daughter-in-law, Leslie, she planted the seed, right? She said the magic words she could have not done anything. And I bet I never would have started painting. But she invited me over to the house on New Year's Day, 2022, my daughter-in-law, and she said, do you want to paint? And I'm like, paint? I don't paint. I've never painted a picture in my life, okay? Think of this, okay? So she planted the seed. And for me to paint. And look what happened. How many years now, right? How many years? And how many paintings later? There, this shows the seed that she planted. All she did is ask a question. Do you want to paint? And I'm like, I don't know, and look at. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And, you can read in the Bible too. They talk about the seeds, planting seeds, spiritual seeds and all that. So the next one is now. It creates a strong sense of action. Okay, so see, Scooby can relate that to Munchkin, because Munchkin's going to say, no, we're going to do it now, right? Because that's what wifeys tell her husband. No, hey, can we wait and clean the basement later? No, we're going to do it now. See, right? Remember growing up, we had a basement. We hated cleaning the basement. Judy, remember? We go down the basement and we all had our own little cabinets in the basement to keep all our toys. All our stuff went in these little I don't even know who built those cabinets. I don't know if my dad built those cabinets, or he had somebody built those cabinets, because obviously those cabinets did not come with the house in the basement. But I just remember we all had our own little cabinets and cupboards. Like when growing up, we called them cupboards. Cupboards, yes. And now they call it cabinetry, and we used to call it cupboards. That's what they were called. And we'd keep our toys in these little cabinets. Yeah, cupboards. Yeah, and when it was time to clean the basement, we had to go in our little cupboards, and we had to go around the basement, especially if we were going to have. Judy says not sure. Yeah, we had. Maybe it was just me and Dennis. I don't know. Maybe it was me and Dennis and John that had that. I'm not sure. But when you go Judy, when we go to visit and you go down the basement, remember all those cabinets that you see in the basement, right? The cupboards are where we used to keep all our toys, all our stuff, all our books, even the encyclopedias and all that used to keep in those cabinets. But I remember when we had to clean the basement, we had to put everything in the cabinets, and we had to do it. Mom would say, no, we're going to do it now, because we hated cleaning. We hated cleaning the basement, let alone cleaning our bedrooms, right? When Mom would say, go clean your bedroom. And you're like, I don't want to clean my bedroom. Oh, wait, did I miss something? Let me see. Okay, let me look back. I see something here. Yes, and hide them. Yes. I saw something on here. Who did I see on here that said they got their socks? I gotta look here. I'm looking. Did I see Greg Laney in the chat? I saw something on there, but I'm looking on my phone. I guess it takes a minute for the somebody said they got. Oh, was that you, Scooby? That said you got your stuff? No, you got your Funyuns. You got your Funyuns. Somebody else said something in there. Help me out here, chat. Help me out. I saw something. Did I see? Yeah, and I still have paragliding chalk stickers to give away. Yes. So somebody said they got the Oreo socks. So that was Greg Laney, right? How did I saw something that said I got my Oreo socks. Oh, there he is. Hi, Greg. Were your ears burning tonight? I was talking about you. Yeah, I was talking about you. We got Greg Laney. Welcome, Greg Laney. Welcome. Ding dong socks. That's right. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. You guys all enjoy all your little prizes. We'll do a spinny wheel next week. How's that? I can throw some names on the spinning wheel right now if you want. Maybe we'll give something away. Maybe Judy might even win Judy might even win something. All right, let's do it. Why not? What the heck? I already got Flyer Bill. I got to get his package ready and everything. Welcome, Greg Laney. We've missed you. So let's see what we got here. It's hard to see though. I think I need to do this earlier in the show so that I can see what I'm doing. Right. We're going to put Judy. All right. And then Greg Laney. Got Greg. And then we'll fly. I'm doing it real quick. Right. And then we got Mr. Bill. All right. And then we got HB. HB got his koozie. All right. Who else do we have? Who else is in the chat? I don't know if Joe Adele's still there or not. Judy says, spin it, sister. I just love her. I love my sis. She's the best. Let's see. It's like, did we get everybody? Cowboy's gone. So we got Mr. Bill. Let's see. Okay, so we got Judy, Munchkin, Scooby. We got Greg, Will Fly, Mr. Bill, HB. Did I get everybody? I don't know if Joe is still in the chat or not. Let's see. Somebody's saying something. Let me look here. Because you know me, I got to read the chat. All right, let's see. Greg Laney says, hi, Flyer Bill. My Gaggle app is showing people landing, and it's making me mad. I'm on the ground. I had to come here to get some therapy and hang out with the good people on YouTube community. Bill says he hasn't flown since June 5th. Yeah, this is a place to come on Thursday nights, man. If you're having a bad day or whatever, don't mind me with my phone and everything, okay? It's just easier for me to follow the chat when I keep grabbing the phone. Like I said, we all have our own style, right? We all have our own thing that we do when we do our show. So just be you, right? Just be you, boo. That's it. Put in the chat. just be you, boo. And Scuba says July 4th for me, but was only, like 7 minutes. So see. Yeah, don't forget to watch Scooby's show tomorrow night, right? Scuba's Hangout, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all that good stuff. And tomorrow, yeah, I'm super excited about meeting up with my cousin tomorrow. So that yeah, it's kind of family history there, right? Crazy. All right, you guys ready? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, right? Make sure I didn't forget anybody. HB, Greg Laney will fly, right? Cowboy's gone. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Greg Laney says I watched Scuba's video and had to go change my underwear. It was scary. Hey, Greg Laney, don't forget to check out John Ripa's his videos on YouTube from Moonshiners Part 2. So don't forget to check it out. See, I'm giving John Ripa. I'm giving him the kudos or whatever, that the people who watch his show, because that's what I do. That's what Paramount does, right? She supports the other shows too. Which scary video, Scuba says. All right, I'm going to spin. So we're going to do for these cool koozies that I got in here. Let's see what I got left. I'm going to look here. So it's getting darker and darker. Okay, hold on. See, this is live. This is live TV, okay? I'm never like organized or whatever. What does organized mean? I don't know. I have a ton of foodie socks in here. And then what do I got left in all my okay, give me a minute. I got all the koozies. Koozies are on the bottom. That's why I couldn't find. They were on the bottom of the foodie socks. So like I said, this is live TV, and organization is not my middle name. Okay. It just kind of do what I got to do here. So you guys just chat for a minute. So I got all kinds of, I still have a ton of foodie socks. Look at all my foodie socks. But if you have to be in the chat to get on the spinny wheel. And then I've got all these cool koozies, right, to give away. So let's give away a koozie tonight. All right. And next week, we'll be giving away some more foodie socks. All right. Let's get it going here. Let's see. Greg Laney says, Hot Buttered Steve, I've been meaning to catch up with your name twin, Paramotor Steve, but he and I have been busy lately. I love it. I'm glad you're here, HB. I'm glad you're here. All right. You're going to be just fine. I'm proud of you. You've come a long way. I'm going to tell you right now. And like I tell everybody, just do you, boo. Okay? Just do you. All right, ready? Burning daylight here, along with my laptop batteries going down. Hot Butter Steve says, oh man, Paramotor Steve is awesome guy. All right, here we go. We're doing the spinny wheel now, I promise. Let's see who wins the koozie this week. Another koozie to give away. So excited. All right. Who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill won a koozie. Mr. Bill, it's your lucky day. Mr. Bill, do you want me to respin it? Since you won last week? Do you want me to respin it? Because we have Mr. Bill. Let me know. Okay, Bill said spin again. All right. All right, we're going to spin again. Thank you, Mr. Bill, because I got Bill's, I'm going to mail out his koozie next. I've got that ready to go, or the socks, right? You got the socks or something. Best spinning wheel ever. HB said. Great ladies, congratulations, Buyer Bill. You don't want to take my hair. All right, let's try it again. You ready? Who gets the winner chicken dinner? Munchkin! Munchkin, you won a koozie. Congratulations, Munchkin. Munchkin, do you want to pass? Do you want me to spin again? Or do you want a koozie? Let me know. This is rigged, Judy said. We can spin it again. What do you think? I got to see what Munchkin wants to do. You know, it's a big deal here. It really is. It's a big deal. She said, let it roll. Okay. All right, we're going to respin it again. Judy, I love my sisters. It's rigged. Dang, sister. All right, let's try it again. Here we go. Here we go. We're spinning it again. This is so fun. Who got it? Nobody. All right, here we go again. Nobody got it. It's empty. Here we go. All right, let's do it again. So funny. No, we got to do it again. Mr. Bill, it keeps landing on you. I got to erase you. I have to erase Bill out of there because it keeps landing on him. It likes you, Bill. It likes you. God, this will go on forever. All right, I'm doing it again. Nobody. We're going to get somebody. I'm trying. Keeps laying on empty. It's ridiculous. Who got it? Who got it? We'll fly. We'll fly. We'll fly. You want a koozie? We'll fly. Want a koozie? I'm changing my name to nobody. I know, right? We'll fly. You want a koozie? Yeah, I don't think you got one of these koozies yet, have you? I don't think Will Fly got a koozie yet. No, I don't think Will Fly got socks. Give mine to Munchkin. Munchkin already won it. How about if we give it to Judy? We'll give a koozie to Judy. How's that? I can send Judy a koozie. Judy, I'm going to send you a koozie. I'll show you the pictures of these. Like one of these, you can give it to homie if you want, to my homie. Greg Lane says, I vote for Judy. Yeah, let's have Judy have it. See, I love my sisters. She said, give me the damn koozie. Give me the damn koozie. I want the koozie. All right. So I'll get with you, sis. All right. And I'll show you all these. And yes, I'll send you a koozie. I'll send one for you and one for homie, for my brother-in-law. Because I know he would like one of these. I know he would. I could see him having one of these 4th of July koozies. So, congratulations, Judy. Congratulations. You won a koozie. So exciting. All right. This was great. I had a blast tonight. I did. And then next week, we'll give away some foodie socks, right? And we have the best spinny wheel, winnie wheel ever, right? So, we're going to call it a night here. And I want to read something to you before we go. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I want to thank all my viewers, my lurkers, my watchers, and YouTube land. Lately, I've been doing this. I don't know why. I clap my hands. Maybe it's an old person thing, you know. Okay, class, this is what we're going to do. Lately, I've been doing this, and I don't know why. I clap my hands, talking. whatever. But so back to this. I always like to do my little quotes. And I have to say, Greg Lee says, sorry I was late on. I'm glad to catch everyone live. Have a great weekend. Love you too, Greg. We love you too. Absolutely. So I believe one of the most underrated ways of showing love is saying, I noticed. Okay. So I want everybody to put in the chat, I noticed. Okay. All right. Put in the chat. Everybody just type in, I noticed. I noticed you tried. I noticed you are quiet. I noticed you are excited. Well, there we go. Noticing tells someone that they matter enough to pay attention to. There you go. I noticed. Yes. I love that. I love this quote. I noticed you tried. I noticed you are quiet. And I noticed you are excited. So just noticing somebody lets them know that you care. You know, they say, I noticed. What's wrong? You know, I noticed you're pretty quiet today. So don't forget your 5 P's, right? Stay on your 5 P's: prayer, priorities, peace, positivity, and patience, right? So I just want to say, everybody, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching the live stream tonight. It was so much fun chatting with y'all and reading your comments and spending this time together, whether you're a regular or was your first time. I'm truly grateful you chose to be here. So I look forward to we're already in August, right? So we've just been rolling through summer, and I had so much fun spending the summertime with everybody, the summer and all that. And I love giving stuff away. I love seeing people smile. I love making people laugh. That's what it's about, right? So I just want to say thank you all. Thank you, my viewers. I'm Paramount USA. I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and also the notification so you don't miss the show. Greg Lane says, not ice. That sounds like a, oh, wait, you said noticed. My bad. Greg is he's a comedian. He is. Oh, God. Scuba. Letits. Yes. Yes. So thank you. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Scuba's hang out with Scooby's hangout, and with his lovely wife Munchkin, and they're on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, and they're on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget Hot Buttered Steve Productions. Just watch for his you never know when he's going to pop up in the YouTube or whatever for his show. So make sure you subscribe to Hot Buttered Steve Productions. He's on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his channel too, and hit that like button and all that good stuff. Okay. So we all support each other. Nobody's in competition. We're all here just to, be there for each other and all that. So much love. And I'll see you all next week. Say your prayers. Take care of you. Hug your loved ones. Tell your loved ones you love them and all that. And just be kind and go out, next week, whatever, plant that seed, because you never know. You never know who's watching. You never know who you're going to inspire. So go out and be that inspiration for somebody. Not because you have to do it. You do it from your heart because you want to do it, right? So, all right. Well, we're going to call it a night. I got to pack everything up. I got to be up early, and I'll have brunch with my, and I'll tell you all how that all is going to go. I'll talk about that next week. My brunch with my biological cousin, I call it. Yes. And he lives in Michigan too. So I've already met his family years and years ago. Went to his house, and I went to his brother's house, and I met all his family. So I have family, like extended family everywhere. So no, I'm not gonna be up at 5 a.m. No, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not a 5 a.m. girl. I just can't. I did that for years, working 30 years, at Home Depot, being uh, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. No, I had to be to work at 5:15. Yeah, I had to be to work at 5:15. So think about that. And I did that for years. It was great. I mean, I got out of work early, right? I worked from 5:15 to 2:15. Yeah, clock in at 5:15, 2:15, something like that. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you, my chatters, everybody. And I'll give a good shout out before I get going here, because I always acknowledge everybody and I thank everybody for being here. And so I just want to thank my chatters, everybody, for stopping by, right? So tonight we had Mr. Bill, we had Scooby-Doo, Munchkin, Cowboy John, Will Fly, Greg Laney, Joe Adele, Hot Buttered Steve, Judy, Sissis, and Kimmy all came by tonight to stop by the Treehouse tonight. So I appreciate all of you. I appreciate my viewers, my new subscribers, my old subscribers, all that stuff. You guys are awesome sauce, okay? You are all awesome sauce. So enjoy the rest of your evening. And if I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air, right? Yep. And I know Hot Butter Steve likes to say that, and that's okay. We'll just, pass the torch over, and you can say, you're allowed to say that too, because we're carrying on the legacy of Robert, right? So he said sometimes he misses doing the show. He said he misses it sometimes. So, and if he doesn't see my show now, he always watches it later, and he's very proud of me. He always tells me that. He goes, "I'm proud of you, Mom." So yeah, it's pretty nice when your kid tells you that, huh? When your kid tells you, "Mom, I'm proud of you." I love that. So, all right, night, everybody. Say your prayers. Jesus loves you. Hug your loved ones, and I will see you next week. Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Yeah, on Scuba's Hangout. We're gonna be hanging out at Scooby and Munchkin tomorrow night. Always a fun show. Good conversation, all that. So make sure you check it out. Best of the best. Thank you, Greg Laney, for stopping by. Even though you were late, still love you. You guys are great. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, everybody. God bless. We're going to end it, and we're going to end it. Bye, everybody. We're going to end it. There we go.